In this video, I want to talk about the Lowepro PhotoSport 300. This is a pack that is geared towards people who are both hikers and photographers. So this is something that appealed to me. And what I'm going to talk about is my user experience and how I use this pack. Let's get started with how I might use this pack for a day trip. So let's start by packing the camera compartment. I'm able to fit in a Lumix 12-35 f2.8. Got to have a little wide angle action. The Olympus 60mm f2.8 macro lens. And lastly, because we have a little bit of room in here, let's bring in the Lowepro 7.5 ultra wide. So that all fits nice and snug right in here. And now, because I'm mostly a wildlife photographer, I need the telephoto lens. This compartment is just big enough for the Lumix G9 and the Panasonic Leica 200 f2.8. Now, if I had the 1.4 extender on, that would actually be a bit too much. But as it is, this is just enough so I can get this closed. Now, there is this little strap here you can buckle. I'm going to be honest with you. I've never had a practical use for this. I always leave it undone. It's just one more thing I'd have to mess with if I have to quickly get my camera out. We're looking straight down in the top of the bag. This is the upper compartment. Now, right here is the camera compartment. And this is my first complaint of this bag. You see this little open area right around in here? Now, what's happened in the past is I have dropped small items in here. Filters, flashlight batteries, anything that's small. And I just had to fish it out. Now, it's not a severe issue, but it was kind of an inconvenience. And what I wish they would do, or I hope they do on future versions, is maybe put in something like a Velcro mesh around here that can prevent things from falling down. But have it like Velcro or something so people can remove it if they actually don't want it. So one catch with this bag is that you need to provide your own insert for the top side of the bag. Now, I have one here that came with my Dom key. To give you an idea of what I might carry, let's go over a theoretical packing list. Because I'm paranoid, I like to carry an extra body. I'm always paranoid I'm going to damage mine when I'm out in the field and that I might need a backup. Filters. Now, because we're going out to the field, you should always carry a first aid kit. And maybe my aperture LED light for my macro lens. And last but not least, a blower. And it all fits in nice and snug in the top of this pack. And in these side compartments, I have just enough room to stuff a memory card case. Just like that. And in the other side, extra batteries. Because we know mirrorless cameras like to eat through batteries. One of the big reasons I went with this pack is that it has a compartment specifically for a water bladder. Now, somebody who might go out to the field and hike 10 to 20 miles, it's kind of irresponsible to go without water. So I am a big advocate for always carrying water. This is the compartment. We're going to put in a 2-liter hydration pack that's full. Slide it in there. And it's got a little slit to slide your hose through. And I'm getting water everywhere. Now we're going to zip it up. Now is the time to talk about one of my main complaints of this bag. You see when I put in the bladder that the back area here is kind of bowed out. And I can tell you from experience, this is kind of uncomfortable actually. When I'm out hiking after a few hours and I've drank some of the water and the bladder goes down in size and it starts to flatten out, it gets a little more comfortable. I would like to see them address this in the future. And lastly, the side compartment here is actually a perfect size for one of these folding travel tripods. Slide it right in, and there you go. It fits awesome. And there we have it. We're ready to go out to the field. Now, this isn't a perfect pack. I did have a couple complaints. I think the most severe complaint I have is how the back side of the pack bows out when you put in a bladder. That's just not very comfortable, and I hope they can address that in future versions of these packs. With that said, there are not many other really good options. Camera bags, in my experience, aren't very comfortable to carry for long distances. But I've also had a problem with not all hiking bags being optimized for carrying camera gear. But what I've seen some people do is actually put large camera inserts into regular hiking bags, and that's something I'm considering in the future. But for now, this is doing the job, and until I find something better, I'm going to keep using this, but I'm also going to keep looking for something better. Well, that's all I got for this video. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you again next time.